Let's do this, legends. Live, finally. We are back with the actual season. 3, 2, 1. G'day, legends. TJC Sports here. Welcome back to another legendary NRL live stream reaction. Nothing to add to that other than Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Should be absolutely brilliant. So good to finally have the proper rugby league back. It all starts here with the Canberra Raiders versus the New Zealand Warriors here. Warriors, I've got a bone to pick with you. It was hard to create a Vegas thumbnail for you because you don't have anything Vegas posed. Who, as a Vegas team, doesn't have any Vegas images? What are you doing, Warriors? What are you doing? You gotta be better, Warriors. You gotta be more consistent, better. Make it easier for the content creators that you've never heard of. Not good enough. Anyways, legends, if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button. And, of course, well, maybe hit that sub. Why not? We're looking to aim for 5K this season. Had a brilliant preseason on the channel. Good views, good interaction. You were all absolutely brilliant then. Obviously, there was a Vegas game, maybe two played between. I'm not sure about two, but I know that there was at least one Vegas game played, right? It was the Super League game. Not sure how that turned out, but if I go to the Super League, if I look it up, Super League Vegas, we should probably be able to get an answer on that. But geez, 48-24 to Wigan over Warrington. Damn, all right then. Wigan on top of everyone, aren't they? Wow. What a game from Wigan right there. And we haven't even gotten to the main events that is these. Hi, hello, Giorgio. Welcome to the channel, mate. Footy is back. Yes, it is, Liam. Yes, it is. And it's here to stay for 6 months, baby. Giorgio Sports World says NRL is back. Yes, it is, baby. And it's back and better than ever. Speaking of which, we've started this stream. Well, we started about 15 minutes before, but we're going to be starting at about 10 minutes before when we're saying this right now. Looking at the lineups at this moment for the Canberra Raiders here, we have Weeks lining up at fullback with Savelio Tamale and Xavier Savage on the wings. Sebastian Chris and Matthew Tomoko or Tasmoko as your centres. Ethan Strange and Jamal Fogarty are the halves with Corey Horsburgh and Joseph Tarpany as the props. Joseph Tarpany actually captaining the side today with Tom Starling at 9. There was a lot of talks Tom Starling may have fallen out of favour. He was talking to South Sydney apparently. However, that seems to be at least not the case for now, as he is lining up in that number 9 role. Hudson Young and Zach Hosking are in your second row with Josh Papali at lock. Mate, Josh Papali. Who cares about this Josh Papali? We got Josh winning a Papali playing for the Parramatta Eels. On the interchange, it is Morgan Smithies, Owen Patty making waves in the preseason, Simi Sagi, and, of course, Atta Mariota. 18th man is Jude Stewart. As for the New Zealand Warriors, the visiting team today, though let's face it, they're both technically visiting. This is Vegas. Chance Nickel Clockstad hoping to bring on those lucky charms in the casino today at fullback. With Tane Tuapiki and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the wings. Adam Pompey and Ali Lelatua in the centres. Chanel Harris-Tavita and Luke Metcalf are our halves. The props, James Fisher-Harris and Jackson Ford. James Fisher-Harris captaining the team. Mate, Fish coming off a 4-peat. Probably not going to be a 5-peat, but you can't be signing much better than that. When they lost Adam Fanua-Blake, there was a lot of questions how they'd be able to replace that sort of energy that Adam Fanua-Blake brings to the park. And I don't mean energy in terms of running all around. That's not necessarily Adam Fanua-Blake. I mean a player that can bring that bold ferocity, you know, that big prop that just bashes over. And Fisher-Harris, he does have that dominating personality, and arguably he's one of the only props you could sign that you could call an upgrade. legends. Only Fisher Harris, really. Like, I can't think of too many where you'd go there and upgrade over Adam Fanua Blake outside of the Fish potentially. And at 9 is Wade Egan. Second row forwards, Kurt Capewell and Marata Niokore, with Mitchell Barnett at lock. Aaron Clark, Dylan Walker, Dimitri Vai-Monga, and Leka Halasima are our brilliant little interchanges. 18th man is Eddie Larimer Toreva. Actually, 1 second, legends. Taking a look that Aaron Clark is on the bench. That's not too good for me, actually, because I have that little number in my Soupy coach, which isn't actually that good for me. 1 second, going to work on that for a moment here, and boom, done. All righty. Wasn't going to deal with that problem, was I? Wasn't going to put up with it. I say no, all right? I say no to putting up with that. It's a huge no from TJC Sports. He will not be putting up with that blasphemy. Jason Reeder in the chat says, afternoon, legends. Afternoon, Jason. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Your Roosters play, I think, on the, what is it, the Saturday? Are they a Saturday game? Mate, they could be the Friday. Anyways, they play the Broncos to open up their season. So good luck to you against the Broncos, man. Thursday. My bad, bro. My bad. Point is, you play versus the Broncos. I got that right, legends. Close enough. TJC is getting close enough, all right? Broski says, rugby league. What? 2 of the greatest words to ever grace Australian sport right there. Speaking of Australian sport, how big is today and what last year was? This whole event altogether for rugby league. Nothing, while the game is huge for us in our locations, ultimately it's never had that global reach that they're looking for overall. That's what Vegas is for at the end of the day. Spotting random Parafan in the crowd, absolutely brilliant. Rugby league, finally, since last year, getting its chance to actually expose itself to an audience like America who have no clue about it. I don't think that, obviously, I won't say that I absolutely adore, like, oh, I woke up and went, I dream of rugby league being American. However, when it comes to people knowing the game, you don't get an event that exposes more than the Vegas event. Jason Ritter says the NRL's back. Yes, it is, mate. Viva Las Vegas is back. Yes, it is, mate. Viva Las Vegas! Believe it or not, legends, I was never an actual singer. I know, shocking with how amazing I am. Mel says, legends, by the way, Tyler, our Vegas logo is Wilds to the World. Is it, mate? That's good, mate. Wilds to the World, let's do it, bro. We'll be saying that hopefully a few times today as the Warriors go over for some tries for their side here. Give me 1 second, legends. Just going to close the door so that I can be as loud as possible and not interrupt my neighbors. Boom. Walk, walk. Boom. Done. See what I mean, legends? Too easy. Too easy. We're getting this done way too quick. We're too good at this. Like, we're into a routine, ain't we, legends, where they just cannot compete. I'm ready for a big year ahead, all right? Not only do we have these legendary streams to look forward to, we got the vlogs that I'll be attending most games with my Platinum Pass too. By the way, awful picture compared to the last few years, but we're doing a lot of other stuff better, so oh well. Oh well. Is that fridge in the shed got like Coke and Gatorade and what a shed. What a shed. That doesn't look like exactly the prep you need for an actual game, but all right, maybe some of these players have some unique in-game rituals. That right. Bosky says, it feels weird watching NRL in the morning. It feels like I'm about to watch the NFL. Mate, I know, right? Getting up, waking up in the AMs to watch rugby league, it's just not something us Aussies tend to do. But here we are, mate, and we're going to make the most of it, all right? Because, well, I mean, it's nothing new to me. I watch Premier League, man, and that takes that takes the life out of me some of the hours I have to wake up to watch those, because I don't tape them. I watch those live. And those are like 1 a.m. kind of stuff. So I was always going to be able to wake up for this with effort, of course. But ultimately, I would wake up if I had to invent a new time to get to watch rugby league. 13 o'clock. It's like, yep, alrighty, okay. 196, yep, I'll find a way to somehow be there. Don't you worry, all right? Oh, what's that? You're stuck in Atlantis where the rugby league game's being held? I'm swimming right down there, all right? Out of my way, fishies. You ain't stopping me from getting to that game. No siree. The fishies, they're against us, man. They're AFL fans. Ugh. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of Americans that don't know what rugby league is, but that's the point of this event, isn't it? To show off to the Americans our incredible game and hopefully get some fans for life. Game's due to kick off in about 2 minutes here. One thing I will note is credit to Warriors and Raiders fans. Raiders fans have shown up in bulk for this game here, and Warriors always show up in bulk, let's face it. So credit to both of them. They've done a terrific job to get themselves there for Vegas. Of course, there'll be the Americans there that are purely just there to be seeing how the game's going, which is the point of the event. However, there's clearly a lot of traveling fans too looking at the crowds here. Hopefully they love this once-in-a-lifetime experience. I say once in a lifetime because let's face it, most of the time if you're an Aussie, you're not invested in that unless it's your side playing or, of course, your family's team. God, it feels weird. It still feels weird, all right? I think it's because I watched him win a 4-peat with the Pars. It feels weird seeing Fish in the Warriors jersey. Not because I don't think it suits him or that I don't think he'll do well, but it seems strange to me. You know, it's not what you're used to. It's not, just ain't right, man. It's just not the norm. It's just not cool, mate, brah. Just not cool, brah. This isn't what I want. This is not what I want. No, sorry. Congratulations to, of course, your Super League winners, by the way. The Wigan Warriors beating Warrington 48-24 in the first game to open up Vegas. Good stuff from you. I personally was barely awake for that game. Wouldn't have been able to stream it very well. But I do recognize the excitement for the Super League, and I'm glad that they got to show themselves as well over in Las Vegas. So good to see the season finally kick off, man, at Allegiant Stadium. Is it Allegiant? Allegiant? I think it'd be Allegiant, right? With the way it's spelt, Allegiant. James Fisher-Harris, also, yeah, James Fisher-Harris versus the Green Machine. Machine versus machine, you could say, today. Taking the time running out, they seemingly are a little bit late to kick off here. Probably going to be late by about a minute, but with the excitement and festivities all around, can you blame them here? I would rather prioritize event as well like them. Mate, it's just so good. It's just too good to be back. I was honestly getting so bored waiting. 30 votes on the poll so far, and we haven't even kicked off the game. 53% of you have gone with the Warriors up the waz, or as Mel said, waz to the world. Raiders up the milk at 37%, draw at just 3%, and don't care who, just happy NRL is back at 7%. Ah, yes, the classic, the clap. The Viking clap. Show the Americans how it's done, Raiders. That's always the funnest part about Canberra Raiders streams. I always forgot that. I always forget it until we actually get to it. The clap, man. Canberra Raiders. I love it. Josh Papali should have been an eel. Didn't want it. Now still a milk drinker. Walking up in front of the Cronulla fans and the random South fan there, because there's always got to be a random South fan, doesn't there? There cannot be no South fans at a game. Wise fans' welcome to onto the field was deafening. Mate, they're always deafening, Warriors fans. They're some of the loudest around, and whether you like Warriors or not. By the way, I can't imagine why you wouldn't like Warriors that much. I mean, there's nothing to really dislike about them. They always have a extremely supportive fan base. Canberra have a very loyal fan base too. I think people forget sometimes how long it has been since Raiders have won. They've got a huge drought as well. It's just not as big as Paras. Anyways, here we go. Las Vegas, NRL, round 1 officially begins. The first half is underway. Canberra Raiders collect the ball. Josh Papali will run into that line now. Josh Papali will be held down. Now over to Joseph Tapine. No, they won't be held down. Joseph Tapine. Tapine goes. Tapine. Now first tackle on to second. Second tackle through the middle. They get to the 20 now. For those watching at home that can't actually see the game here, well, firstly, welcome to what this stream's for. Secondly, the Raiders are attacking to the left of your screen. Warriors to the right here. We get just past the 30 on the fourth tackle with about a minute gone by here. Joseph Tapine again into the line. Held out well by the New Zealand Warriors. Fisher Harris with a good tackle. Tom Starling now, the star, passes it to Fogarty. Fogarty then kicks it in the air. And it ends up with RTS Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Last year, and he may have actually returned the year before, actually, but Roger Tuivasa-Sheck didn't have the return he wanted, of course, looking to have a better year this year on that wing spot. Chance Nickel-Klokstad on the second then, past the 30. They're just trying to squeeze over to the 40 here, the Warriors. And it's a good tackle from Matthew Tamok. Then we go through to the middle here. Tom Starling bash off here. Sebastian Chris, and Corey Horsburgh holding them behind their own 40 here. Fourth tackle now, Jackson Ford. Used to seeing him in that second row. He plays a different forward position forward here, playing at prop. Now we got a clearance here from Metcalf. Over to the far left here, Chanel Harris Tavita, beautiful. And it ends up with Weeks now. Running so fast, he could run for a week, it looks like. He's held out on the 20 here. Then we go to the left. It's a short run. Sevilio Tamale doing a great job, the young Canberra Raider, to get a spot finally in the team. I believe he also at some point was in the Dragon system. Then we go through to the middle here. Hudson Young. Obviously, there was a bit of controversy during, but Canberra Raiders and Ricky Stewart claim it has no impact on them. And you know what? I agree. It probably doesn't. However, the media have said otherwise in the past. Let's see how it goes today. At the moment, I'm just seeing a fierce, a brilliant style of play from both these sides here as Joseph Tapine goes through. And Joseph Tapine drops the ball here. The Raiders are claiming a strip. And the ref's going to say, fifth tackle, we're going to continue on here. Interesting choice. 1 meter gain. Raiders will clear it in the air here. The season is underway. Yes, it is SS Storm fam. What an awesome event, says Mel. It is a pretty awesome event, isn't it? We all love Las Vegas for the shiny lights and the excitement of it all here, showing off our game to the Americans. Hi, legend, up the wires just for you, Krishan. Respect to the Canberra Raiders fans, though, that may be joining out throughout the stream here. That was a very controversial decision earlier, potentially, whether it was a strip or a knock on, them just going with a play on, actually. Now the Warriors over to the left, past the 40 here. Good tackles from Canberra, from everyone. Egan. And now cleared in the air. It goes over to the right here. And about 15 meters collected by Tamale here. Sevilio Tamale runs forward and held back by the New Zealand Warriors defense here. Then over past his 40, Sebastian Chris. Chris is trying to barge through all of them here. Sebastian Chris forgetting he's not Rocket Roger, he's Sebi Chrissy. Strange now with a strange pass to Savage. Savage now trying to fend them all off, but he's not Mike Acevo. Oh, back he goes. They're pushing it back about 10 meters there. Crazy stuff. Savage on the ground. Now we're going to go over through the middle here. It's a run here from our happy little elf, Tom Starling there. And Tom Starling, the happy elf's held on the halfway. We then go over to, here we go, Savage. Savage savagely passes offloads. It goes to Young. Young here, and that may have been a bit forward for a knock on. No, they're going to say it was backwards. It ends up in the hands of the Canberra Raiders still, despite a real struggle here. Then through to the right, they go past the halfway line. Hudson Young, it is actually tackle 0. due to the Warriors apparently getting involvement in that here. Young now. On the 40 of the Warriors side here, we could see the Canberra Raiders going through. Corey Horsburgh. Horsburgh offloads to Tom Starling here. Tom Starling over to the 30. No, Tom Starling's going to spin around here and get held back. Now on to the 20. Jamal Fogarty goes to Tarpany. To Starling with the ling. He gets it to Josh Papali. Josh Papali, a real leader. Surprised he's not the captain today. 15 outs from their side. Fogarty, they're looking to get over the Warriors line right here, right now. Starling, just 2 tackles left in the set. About 6 minutes gone by. The Canberra Raiders, and that might be the first Vegas try for 2025. Sebastian Chris, ladies and gentlemen. The referee's going to say no try. Was he held? Was it a double movement? Was it momentum when an arm reached out? I believe it's touched the line. We'll see on the replay. And the crowd goes wild. Sebastian Chris, he reaches out and he grounds it. He grounds it and it touches that white line, in my opinion. Up to the referee on this one. That is a terrific... Oh, I think it's a try personally, unless they want to say that he lost possession for a second in that one. Would be a brutal call not to give that to him. The effort there from Sebastian Chris to get over the line. Good stuff. By the way, shout out to the Canberra Raiders. Loving the Las Vegas jersey today. And yet, the referee will confirm it. Here we go. Even though it went up as no try, Sebastian Chris will have one on the board. 4-0 to the Canberra Raiders with a reach of the ball. Confusing all the fans as to why don't they just pass it over forward like the NFL. They're not playing quarterback. They're playing center. Though with plays like that, you could be saying otherwise. Sebastian Chris makes it 4 for Canberra. With a kick to come, of course. Absolutely perfect start so far in our first 10 minutes of the NRL season. A fierce fight throughout. I've seen terrific tenacity and energy from both sides. Jamal Fogarty from in front here. Looking for the kick to make it 6-0. Jamal Fogarty. And there we have it. 6-0 Canberra. Warriors unable to start well here. 6 points on the board officially. Sorry, Warriors. Did not mean. Ball didn't even touch the line because of the shape of it. I thought it touched the line, but fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Could have easily been a no try that. Easily. Stat alert. Last 4 years, a center has scored the first try of the season. Seriously, Bosky? Well, there you have it, legends. By the way, we're kicking off again here. Raiders on the 10. Apparently, in the last 4 years, a center has scored the first try of the season every time. What an insane stat for all you rugby league supporters and new viewers looking at it. Joseph Tarpin now on the 2nd. And Fisher Harris is actually going to be told off here. They're going back to the red line here on the 20 of the Canberra Raiders side here. Corey Horsburgh here, the red-headed crybaby, as Eels fans would call him. If you know, you know. Held. And, hey, that's got to be 6 again there, or a penalty. Corey Horsburgh pushed over in his play at the ball. Unless they're going to say bad play on him. There's no penalty thing popping up at the top there, which would make me think that they've possibly gone the other way, that it's Horsburgh's fault. But I think it was a fine enough play at the ball. I didn't think there was... His foot touched it. Okay. All right. It's Warriors ball. 25 out from their side. I just love tipping Raiders. I want Warriors to win, though. Bulldog season, relatable. I understand completely, man. Don't judge yourself too hard for tipping against who you would rather win. I'm actually a fan of Sharp at 5'8". I wasn't a fan of Sharp at 5'8" at first, man, but I'm a fan of him after that preseason game. But before that, I wasn't a huge fan, man. He really proved me wrong so far. But, of course, that was just preseason, not the actual season. This is where it counts. Of course, Newcastle don't actually play in Vegas this year. So, well, what am I saying this year? They haven't played in Vegas at all. And Mitch Barnett now almost through, but held up. Couldn't quite get there. Now the Warriors just put him back on their 10 here. Egan over to the left here. It's a good run. It's a good dummy. And Chanel Harris-Tavita is held. 5th tackle now. And Canberra Raiders will get the ball back here. 9 minutes gone by in this game. Remain 6-0. Warriors couldn't do it. Canberra Raiders now. Over by their 10-meter line in their first tackle here. We then go to the left. Good on them, gaining about 10 a thing. And that was a terrible offload. Savage and Strange just not communicating. The SS has sailed and the Warriors are getting the ball back after their attempts failed. Savage just getting a little bit too excited here. We see it all the time in rugby league. And he puts up what was an extremely unnecessary pass that ends in a failure. Warriors now on the 10 here with a feed in the scrum. Do we think the Warriors score in this set? Potentially, to make it all square here. Ian over to the right. Harris-Tavita here. We run forward, past the 20, put down. Shans gets it to Egan, to Barnett. Barnett over to the left. Here we go. He holds it. He could have passed it. Why didn't you pass it? He holds it. And he's down on the ground, held. What were the Warriors doing there? It should have been Pompey passing. Warriors now. Niokore unable to get through. Former Parramatta Eel, and I think possible grand finalist, actually. Fisher Harris then, as he's falling down, looks for the offload. If it was the Panthers, someone would have been there. Egan, Metcalf, gets it over to Catewell. Kurt Catewell now, the former Brisbane Bronco, who actually had his grand final hopes ruined by prop Fisher Harris, who played for the Panthers at the time. And speaking of which, Catewell, not only did he lose it for the Broncos, he's just lost it for the Warriors. Lost ball. We're officially past 10 minutes, 11 minutes into the game. The Canberra Raiders will receive it again. Warriors just unable to break through the Raiders' very determined defense. Jamal Fogarty here. Feeds it in. No silly knock-ons is what Ricky Stewart, you can hear screaming from the box in Vegas here. No knock-ons! The Raiders then over past their own 10 here. 20 to 30 here. No, 25 only. Corey Osborough. Actually, no, he does find the pass. Tom Starling past the 30. Over to 35 here. Starling couldn't quite make to the 40. Then we go to the right here. It is Tarpany. Tarpany around. Go back to Aussie, Kate. Go back to Australia, Catewell. Go back. You're messing it up for the Kiwis. You're messing it up for the Kiwis, Catewell. Raiders on the 40 now. 28 minutes to go. 51 metres gained in that set. They're going to kick it in the air on the 5th. And it's going to end up with Chance Nickel-Klokstad here. And Chance Nickel-Klokstad then over past the 10 onto the first tackle now. Remember, legends, if you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. Possession so far, only 34% to the Warriors. A solid 66 remains with the Raiders. The Canberra Raiders, clearly the better team to start off things here. But remember, it's a game of 80 minutes, for those who do not know. Not a game of 4 quarters. RTS now. And Egan's actually going to run it instead of passing in the feed. Then we've got Chance. 50 metres gain for them. clearance in the air now, and over to the right it goes, and behind the 10-metre line, Weeks will collect it there, the young fullback for the Canberra Raiders. And Weeks, Kurt Catewell and Fisher Harris getting him down. Mate, I would not want to be tackled by those two on any day, let alone Vegas Day. Then Tamale. Couldn't make too many more meters. They're on the 20. Speaking of couldn't make too many more meters, now we got a brilliant run there. Savage held. We then go to the 40 here. Just trying to show his way, selected here at lock. Josh Babali. Then to the halfway line, Hudson Young. Passed by, they're going down the wing. Tamale fends off one war. Couldn't fend off the other. Sebastian Chris, first try scorer of the day, passes it. And it's kicked in the air here. Plenty of chases for Canberra. And Chance Nickel-Clockstad on the ground. That could be a penalty, potentially. I think Chance may have been hit there in the air. And yes, it will be. A penalty for the Warriors. Corey Osborne is fuming so far with the referee's decisions. And actually, here we go. We have a captain's challenge coming up on the board here, guys. Captain's challenge for the Canberra Raiders here. I've got Raiders by 4, so you've got a very tight game, actually, Bulldog season. Well, man, it is looking to be a tight game at the moment. I'm not seeing any reason that it shouldn't be an extremely tight game at this point in time, man. What? And here we go. He may have been hurt, but it ain't no penalty. Canberra Raiders with the successful challenge. It's a penalty for Canberra, actually. The Warrior was hurt, and yet it's a penalty for Canberra. What on earth am I watching? Chance Nickel-Clockstad is officially on report. And the Warriors now have to hold a full set on the 10. Raiders have done this about 2 or 3 times in a row. It is time for the Warriors to do the same now here. Now we got Starling getting it to Corey Osborne for the line. Corey couldn't quite get there. He ain't no Corey of mine. Starling to Josh Babali. Josh Babali offloads here to Starling again. Tom Starling kicks low for Tamale! And it's actually going to be a penalty for the Warriors. The young try scorer got excited, only to be told, no, that ain't yours. Give back the gift of points. The Warriors have the penalty. Obstruction of the defense. Official. Let's watch it. Yep. Hudson Young obstructed the defense of Jackson Ford now. Now on the 30 here, the Warriors kicked it all the way to Warriors. Now, I know it was 4 Raiders, but what a storming tackle from Ethan Strange. He is a strange 180. Marata Niokore then. Marata Niokore held by Josh Babali and Corey Horsburgh. Then to Fisher Harris. The Fish swimming along here. Can he wiggle through that defense here? Realistically, in real life, Vikings first Fish. I know who's winning that. Long pass over from Chance. And here we go. It's over to RTS. Rocket Roger loses it. It ends up in the hands of Weeks. Weeks now trying to use his athleticism there. Gets to Hudson Young. The young forward now pushes forward. New South Wales Blues representative and Canberra Raiders star forward there. And he even wins speaking of how much of a star he is, he wins a penalty for the Canberra Raiders here. We still got 24 minutes to go in the first half, legends. Jamal Fogarty to take it. For those who are watching who are possibly American and don't understand the rules, Jamal Fogarty, when they receive a penalty, they'll kick for the meters to see where they'll start the play after the penalty. Just kicked it there. They're on the 40 side of the Warriors. Now Egan, with help from Jackson Ford, gets them to the 30. Corey Horsburgh gets it to Fogarty. Fogarty now. Hudson Young is finding some beautiful space right now. Just saying. Tom Starling then. Over to Weeks. Weeks free here. Weeks held. Warriors by 13, says Clayton. Well, good on you, Clayton. Best of luck to the Warriors today. I mean, they're going to have to switch up their game if they want to win by 13, man. Now we've got a pass from Starling. And, that is bouncing off the Canberra Raiders' shoulders. And then it's a knock-on by Chanel Harris-Tavita. Who's the one that goes to? I think it would go to the Warriors, right? Because the Raiders, I think, lost it first into the shoulder of the Warriors. What am I even saying anymore? Dill is my captain for fantasy. Is he, mate? What? Like, which Dill? Dylan Walker? Dillbags? Dillbags is in Dylan Brown. Dylan Egan? I'm trying to think of Dylans I know of in rugby league. Anyways, yep, I was correct. It's Warriors' ball. Canberra made the first error. Harris-Tavita feeds the ball here. And now it's a storming run there from the young centre there for the Warriors here. Ali Leotoa. Now we have Egan over to the left here. I won't be watching Eels vs Storm today in a week because I'm going to Giants vs Collingwood game with my friends, and he goes for Storm. Hey, it's all good, legend. It's all good. Go to whatever you want, man. I'll personally be at Storm Eels cheering on my Parramatta Eels, but whoever can't make it to the game or can't watch it on telly, don't judge yourself too hard. Everyone has a life, right? And nobody should disrespect you or call you less of a fan. Like, I personally will go to most, but that does not mean that I expect every fan to be that way. I'm just luckily currently in a fortunate position to do that. There was a time where I wasn't. If you got a game on, then of course you can't, right? So enjoy your game, Giants vs Collingwood. As a Victorian, I personally was never really into the AFL that much, but still, I heard a lot about it. Should be a good one. All right, Tamale held. Now we have a run going down the right now, Canberra Raiders, and their actual lock is on the field now. Morgan Smithies was initially named in that lock position before they last minute changed to Josh Papali. On the 40, fourth tackle here, 20 minutes to go in the first half. Corey Horsburgh. Starling just being held there. Over to the left now. It's a good pass straight to Tamale. Good kick. Running through. It could be a double for Chris. No, it won't be. Sebastian Chris loses it here. What a mess. Ricky Stewart has to look away after watching that. You would have thought that was a sure moment of brilliance from them. Strange over to the left here. And then Chris collects. And then it's actually stripped. That's stripped. That's definitely stripped, but it's one-on-one by Chanel Harris-Tavita there. Viking Axe says Raiders by 4, TJC. Raiders by 4, man. Oh, all right, man. I can see it. I can see it right now. I can see Raiders by 4. Not bad. Not bad, Viking Axe. I can see that at the moment, even though it's only 6-0. Dylan Edwards is my captain. Is he, mate? Dylan Edwards. Interesting. I haven't gone with Dylan Edwards in my team, but respect for that, man. He is a great fullback. Eager now. Gets it to the fish. The fish. Hook like and sinker there. Look at that. Corey Horsburgh gets the fish on the ground. Call him Mr. Fishing Rod because Horsburgh has fished himself the fish. On the 40 now. Starling appealing. Doesn't get anything. Egan over to the left here. And Lucky Chance goes down to the ground. Egan. And now it's a clearance in the air from Metcalf. Metcalf then. And we on the left get to the 10-meter line here. The Canberra Raiders held. Onto the first tackle now of it all. We then have the second go by. Liam says, Tyler, next Sunday, Parramatta play the Melbourne Storm. Go Para. Yes, they do, mate. And I will be there vlogging. Which actually reminds me, we will be streaming most of the round 1 games. However, there is a question for Saturday as I will be going to uni until 12:30 and then I'll be flying out to Melbourne. So I might actually be unable to do Saturday or Sunday because Sunday I'm vlogging and Saturday I'm traveling to Melbourne. So we might not be able to do the final 3 games, but we will do Dolphins, Bunnies, Tigers, Knights, Roosters, Broncos, And, of course, today, Raiders, Warriors, and Panther Sharks. Canberra Raiders now, they got themselves a penalty here, and they're going to be 35 out from the Warriors' try line here. Do the Raiders extend their lead in this set? Strange. Gets it to Morgan Smithies. Love saying his name. Morgan Smithies. Smithy, Diffy, Smithies, right? Righto. Oh, I feel like a Smithies. I feel like a Smithies. I feel like a Smithies or two. I know it's not twoies, but still. On the fourth tackle now. Starling. They're just 10 metres out. Fogarty. There's a gap opening up on the wing. Matt Smoko gets it. It ends up with Weeks. Weeks now. Weeks just runs through the middle. We're on to the final tackle of the set now. On the final tackle, 10-metre line. Starling goes to Tarpany. Tarpany now to Strange. Strange pushing them all off. A 5'8" going alone on the fifth tackle. Since when? Ethan Strange. A bit too much excitement there from the young 5'8", and the Warriors hold them out. A game of defense today has been so far. No real heavy attack to win yet. 6-0 now. Still, it remains. Second tackle here. 16 and a half minutes to go. Warriors through the middle. Held out. Speaking of which, Liam, personally, mate, I've had a lot of people tell me how much they're predicting Para's downfall. And you know what? I value it in a way. I would rather us be underhyped than overhyped. I attended the Parramatta Eels' season launch. Very, not a very attended event. Got to catch up with a lot of the boys, hear a lot about what's going on inside and that. And I can tell you now, it's completely different to what it was the last two seasons. We weren't doing what we should as a club, and it's only improving from there, man. We don't have to be in the top 8 necessarily, but we are better. We are better than the Spooners category we're being predicted for. All right, Canberra Raiders now. Held on the 30 here. We go over to the right. Zach Hosking. Hosking here. It's not a para one. Don't worry, not panicking. Mate, I'm not panicking. I'm just explaining my thoughts on my club as we enter round 1. Kicks it in the air, the Canberra Raiders, and all the way to his goal line, the Warrior has to run here to collect it. Charles Klukstad gets it to Roger Tuivasa Shek. Rocket Roger. Could he squeeze through the gap in the defense? Prime Rocket Roger, man. He was untackleable. Now I reckon you guys will make finals in my ladder predictions. I like that, SS Storm fan. I like that, mates. I've had yous out of the 8, but you have me now in the 8. Well, as long as you have us in the 8 now, mate, I don't mind. Even if you didn't have us in the 8, bro, that's your decision. Not mine to give, right? You're not a para fan. You don't have to force yourself to put para in good spots. Eager now to Catewell. Kurt Catewell now on the 40 and held here. 40 metres out now, 58 metres gain, 5th tackle here. They're going to kick it in the left. Adam Pompey's chasing, but he's not fast enough. And with a haste and a sting, it's collected by the Raiders. Now Fogarty. Passes to the left. Strange. Left pass, but attacking down the right side of the field here. Fogarty gets it to Mato Smoko. Smoko, baby. Mato Smoko. 30 then. Corey Osborough trying to show a bit of that fire he's got in his hair. Corey Osborough here. Obviously fought very hard to captain's challenge that initial penalty to Warriors. Got it correct. Tom Starling through the line. The little magician. The little magician. He keeps going. Tom Starling. Will he go alone? No, he's going to pass it off. Hudson Young here. Young will hold the line and is held right in front. Tom Starling, you brilliant man. 5th tackle on the 10 here. Strange, surely down the wing, and it's a try for Xavier Savage, who savagely will smash on through, flying high. You might as well give this man wings, because he was in the sky zooming. He was an airplane. He locked in on the target. The landing zone is try line. And it all started off an incredible line break from Tom Starling here. And I cannot believe that. The key moment now for the Warriors will be about not panicking and keeping themselves together. Warriors have a bit of experience with players like Fisher Harris, who I doubt will drop down in their efforts. However, you don't want to keep leaking. It's not that Warriors have leaked much in this game. Actually, overall, despite it being 10-0, I'd say Warriors have been solid. However, the 2 times they have leaked have been extremely costly. Sometimes that's all it's about in rugby league. Being the lucky one that gets caught out, or the unlucky one, as you could say, man. Remember, legends, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to smash the like button. 53 votes now on the poll. 55% of you are still going Warriors. 56, actually. I mean, let's face it, that's probably pretty accurate. That's probably down to before the game, right? Because we had a lot of interaction actually on this stream before the game even started, which was interesting to see. 12 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock here as Fogarty from 22 out takes the kick. And he'll scuff the kick. It will remain 10-0. Could that be a gift for the Warriors looking back in the second half? We still got 12 to go, though. They're actually reverse. Here we go. By the way, legends, remember, you can watch the next game on Channel 9. Just putting it out there, even though it doesn't help the channel. Just letting you know, you can watch the next game on Channel 9. This one, though, exclusive to Kayo and Fox League. I reckon Broncos will finish second because of Madge. That's a huge call, SS Storm fan. I feel like Madge is a good coach, but the Broncos weren't exactly anything special, man. They weren't exactly anything great. All right, anyways. 12 minutes past here. Canberra Raiders with the ball. Tom Starling passes to the right here. Onto the second tackle they go. Corey Horsburgh here. Corey Horsburgh held. Then over past the 20 here. We go short. Morgan Smithies then. Morgan Smithies. I feel like the Smithies yet passing. Remember, we are the only channel, from my knowledge, that will stick around during halftime. So feel free to get questions ready for halftime because we'll be discussing a bit during that. Our first half is almost done, of course. Only about 10 minutes and a half to go right now. 46 meters gained. A kick in the air now from the Raiders over to the right here and through the middle. It actually spins quite a bit and it ends up with Charles de Klokstad here. Charles de Klokstad now. Good to go through the line here. It looks like we have a new player on the field, and I would be correct in saying that here. For the Canberra Raiders, we have their number 17, Atta Mariotta, officially on the field. For anybody that was waiting for Mr. Mariotta to get on. Hudson Young now. Egan over to the right here, and on the 30, it's a good collection there from young Ali Leatua. Leatua will be held on the 40 of his own side here. Then it's a short pass. Aaron Clark, the former Titan, gets it over to Tavita. Harris Tavita then. Harris Tavita held. Haven't seen much of the halfback Metcalf. Doesn't seem to have done too much just yet. Seems like the 5'8" is actually playing more of the halfback role than the halfback. And kicks it. Knock on from the Canberra Raiders. That has to be a full set again, right? Surely. And the referee's going to even step in and say it's a penalty for the Warriors. He's not just saying it's your ball. He's saying it's a penalty for you. Just watching it. Oh. Yeah, a bit of negligent tackling there from Xavier Savage. He takes out the kicker. The Warriors will get one of the best opportunities in a while. Canberra Raiders, unfortunate for Savage right there. Honestly, I'm impressed that I'm still impressed, despite the fact that the Raiders were clearly not the favourites in this game. The performance they've put on, mate. It's kind of funny though, right? Yes, it was a penalty, but like the way they're advertising is like no pads, no helmet, super violent, NRL, the sport for you, like to NFL fans. And I'm here going, bro, tap him on the leg. Yeah, that's a penalty. Kind of goes against what they're advertising. Harris Davida now to Rocket Roger. And Rocket Roger held from the try line here. Harris Davida now. Gets it over to Metcalf. Metcalf here. Don't do your calf, bro. Gets it over. Leatua here. 15 out Leatua. Warriors, 50% of the way through their set. Aaron Clark to Dylan Walker. Dylan Walker, possibly one of the best utilities in the game right now. And then we got forward held. Egan over to the left here. Metcalf, and it's an intercept from Savage. He's going to run the field potentially here. Unless he can be caught by Leatua. He won't be. 2010 and try. The number 5 puts 4 more on the board. 14-0. No pads, no helmets, lots of intercepts, you could say. TRY 14-0 into try. And if you were tipping 13 plus on the board for Raiders, then you would be correct. Insanity. Savage with the double. And bringing all the trouble for Canberra tonight or today here in Australia. And honestly, Savage didn't even really position himself that way. That's just how the Warriors have... It just wasn't a great pass from the Warriors there. Long season for New Zealand, or Raiders will choke, which isn't expected. I don't know, man. I mean, can you ever say the Raiders aren't expected to choke, man? They're the Canberra Raiders. There's a reason that we joke in Australia that they're the faders, man. All right? If there's a team that will fade and lose this, it's Canberra. So I wouldn't panic, Warriors fans, but I'd be saying wake up right now, because this is not what you want. No matter how positive you want to look, you don't want 14-0 heading into halftime. Could be 16 in a second. Would be 18 if he got the kick before. Now Jamal Fogarty. Who knows? Wise could come back. Could, man. Could. Possible. Look, it could be a long season for New Zealand over NRL, but also Canberra could be just playing really good, man. Like, the first few rounds never are completely how the season goes for every team. And Jamal Fogarty, is anyone shocked? He makes it 16-0 now. 13 plus Canberra at the moment. The Warriors quite possibly just looking for it to be second half already to try anything. If I was them, I'd be wanting to try and get one before halftime, though. Would give him a great one. Relax, it's the first game of the season. Exactly, Mel. Exactly. Like, respect to that. It is the first game of the season. I'm looking at the game right now for what you need to improve. However, when it comes to the season as a whole, I'm not judging Warriors on just this performance. Plus, it's in Vegas, man. Vegas is clearly a very different feeling compared to any other setting. Canberra Raiders now held about 5 meters out from their try line here. Not a good first tackle there. Goes to Corey Horsburgh now on the right here. And on the right now, held. The Canberra Raiders just simply too dominant right now for the Warriors to handle. Then to the 20, Zach Hosking, a former Panther here. That's right, both teams have a former Panther. And by this point, I believe every NRL team will end up with a former Panther with how their system is going here. Morgan Smithies then held. We then go over to the middle here. Strange. Now Hudson Young held back. 1 missed tackle for Raiders, 21 for the Warriors. That is a daunting stat to look at. right now in this game. That is not good enough for a first one. Tell me how Amy Park is, bro, on Sunday. Will do, bro. Will do, mate. I'm excited. Been a bit since I've been to Amy Park. The last one I went to for Para Storm was at Marvel Stadium, I think. So be good to get to Amy Park and enjoy that. Now on the 40 held. And look, let's face it, all right? As much as I'm getting passionate for my team, I understand Rome isn't built in a day and Para have a good chance of losing versus the Storm. However, I'm not going to go in with that mindset. I'm going to go, like any team, I'm going in with the mindset of anything's possible, man. Do your best. Give everything, 100%. Win or lose, how many points, you keep going. Now on the first tackle here, it's an offload. Canberra. Why are you offloading on the first tackle is what I would say. And it's a Canberra knock on. Unless they're going to rule. They're actually... What? It's not a Canberra knock on. It's a penalty. It's a penalty for Warriors. How do you, with the ball, give a penalty? Offside. Oh, because it was back between the ball hitting. That is a mad play right there. I don't think that the Canberra Raiders were even thinking with that one. That was pure reaction. I don't think there was any penalising attempts there. But it doesn't matter about attempts nowadays, is it? It's about what you do. And now Aaron Clark, former Gold Coast Titan, from the coast to the Kiwi land, he's held. We now go past the 20. We're now on the 10. On the 10 held Jackson Ford. Egan goes to Dylan Walker to Metcalf. And spun around there, Chanel Harris-Tavita. And he finds the pass to Dylan Walker again here. And then it's a dummy there from Harris-Tavita. Harris-Tavita on the ground, 10 meters out. Third tackle, we're 50% of the way through. Again, Legends. Walker around here. What spot is he playing right now? Because he's the ultimate utility. He could be playing lock, prop, second rower, center. You wouldn't know at this point, would you? Aaron Clark now just squeezes through a couple. Couldn't get over the line, though. Egan, 18 meters gain. Fifth tackle. Can they get one before halftime? And no, it's a lost ball. They pass backwards. And then I think Canberra may have knocked it on for a full tackle set again. Yes, they have. It's a full set for Warriors again. The Canberra Raiders can't look away for 2 seconds. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck now. Looking to run around all of them. RTS now. Past the 10. And on his back he goes. Then it's Egan to Walker again. That left side seems to be their target, Poppy! And it's a try! Kurt Catewell for the Warriors! We're back on, baby! What were we just saying after the last try from the Raiders? We were saying they need at least something before halftime. And there you go. Kurt Catewell, you don't want him back in Australia anymore, do you, wise man? 16-4. Catewell on the wing. Something I didn't think I'd ever say. Also one of the few forwards I've seen take and kick a field goal. Always gives 100% Kurt Catewell, and he gets rewarded with all the spoils there, but not the victory at the moment. 16-4, they're chasing back an incredible climb. No pads, no helmets, only brilliance. And we're just waiting for the kick to come here. That means Storm will have a former Panther. Possibly, man. I mean, I think most teams will have a former Panther at some point, man, in the future. Their system's going crazy. Like, I find it quite ridiculous, actually, how crazy their system is going at the moment, man. Comeback is on, says Mel. Exactly, Mel. Exactly. Comeback is on, baby. Here we go. Comeback. From the sideline now. 25 out. Metcalf takes it, and that is one of the funniest kicks I have seen. That was Reece Walsh preseason levels, that one. And he doesn't even have a leg problem from what it seems at the moment. Is that grass, or is Catewell hurt his jersey a little bit? Oh, look at it. All around him, the Warriors fans went absolutely insane about his try there. And I mean, 16-4 is better than 16-0. That's how I'd view it if I was Warriors fans. Go back to Aussie Metcalf. Well, legends, it's official. We all know by the rules that Mel has given us. When she says someone should go back to Aussie, they score next. Everybody put all your figs on. Metcalf is going to score next. It's official. It's not even a guess. It's the real deal. She said it with Catewell. Catewell scored. Now she said it with Metcalf. He's going to score. Probably not this half, but he'll score. Don't you worry. 6 again, ruck infringement. And the Warriors lose it. Raiders lose it, actually. Warriors lose it. Raiders lose it. Back over. It ends up with the Warriors again. That was a complete mess. And with 50 seconds to go, it's actually going to be a feed in the scrum here. Almost at halftime, legends. Eels playing in the background, TGC. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'll fix that for the next stream. I'll fix that at halftime or for the next stream, man. Obviously, a little bit flopped over there. Glee-tack, not exactly the best sometimes, is it? Hung up on the wall. I love it, though, mate. Always going to represent paradise, whether I'm streaming para or not. Where it gets awkward is when I'm streaming not very non-para games. That's when it gets awkward, man. All right, Jackson forward now on the 30 of their own end held. On the second tackle, we got Walker over to Metcalf. It's a good push there. Marata Niokore doesn't drop the ball this time, and he's held. Then to the left, Egan to Aaron Clark now. Aaron Clark then. Aaron Clark, and on his back, Aaron Clark will go. Now Egan, just look at both sides. 6 seconds to go. Over 5, Dylan Walker. Might as well try for something, right? Dylan Walker kicks low. The Canberra Raiders will just try to collect it. And there you have it. It was a good tackle. And that will be half time here at Allegiant Stadium. The Canberra Raiders 16, Warriors 4. Got a rough hill to climb in the second half. Is it impossible? Heck no. But it won't be easy. And you all know what time it is now. It's TJC Sports Halftime Show with your host. TJC Sports. Hello, legends. Hope you're doing well as we get ready to enjoy our first halftime show and point of the year for round 1 here. Incredible. I meant on the TV. Oh! Well, mate, Eels playing on the telly. Eels everywhere, bro. We represent, okay? This club's going somewhere in the future, man. Won't be easy, but, mate, it's not as downhill for our future as people think. Riles is the next big thing. Oh, man. TJC. Yeah, what was I talking about? I was just talking about how brilliant this has been, this game. And to file it back with rugby league. You Aussies play rubbish for us. Typical, says Mel. Hey, you know, when we get over there, we just can't wait to come back home, man. He's got Brisbane on the mind. That's what it is, Mel. That's what it is. You got to remember, he was a Bronco before he was a Warrior. And I know how you feel about the Broncos. That's got to be what it is, Mel. I can't think of any other explanation that would suffice for our logic as a community, right? I got Raiders by a margin of 10, says Bosky. A margin of 10, not too bad. Now, obviously, I'd glimpse over that during the actual talk because he got a commentate. But good, not a bad prediction there, man. I mean, the Warriors right now, if they can come back a little. I mean, you can't really rule out a 10-point thing. It's not fully likely at the moment, but I wouldn't rule it out right now that you could see a 10-point win for the Raiders at the moment. It's true, lol. Is Jackson Ford an Aussie? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he came from the Dragons, Mel. So possibly he would be, actually. Good old Jackson Ford. Must be just a Warriors thing. Unfortunate for you, Mel. It's done. Yeah, he came from the Dragons. and he is Australian. So sorry about that. Hillbilly says Simon Mannering was one of your best, Mel. One of the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone we've ever met. Too true that. Good old Simon Mannering. Forgot that until you just said it, man. To be fair, though, I forget a lot of legends of other clubs until I hear them be said in front of me. Over 300 games for the Warriors, crazy, and nearly 45 for New Zealand. What a player, right? When did the Warriors make the final? I know Warriors made a grand final. When did you make that grand final, Legends? I don't fully remember the Warriors' grand final things because I wasn't. It was a bit in the early years of TJC's lifetime, man. Yeah, you made it 2011. Yeah, all right. They've actually reached two, apparently. Apparently, they reached one in 2002 as well. 2011 and 2002. Not bad, not bad. Unfortunately, couldn't win either, but who knows? Maybe one day for New Zealand. They got the 2 grand finals under their belts. Jackson let that try in, lol. In saying that, I love Jackson. You love Jackson, but you're also like, dang, he left that try in, man. That's an Aussie for you. The Australians just letting Mel down. We let her down. We're great with bantering, but we let her down when it comes to our defense and attack. I'm trying to talk American. We're letting Mel down, folks. What are we doing? We got to be better than this. We got to be better as a community. There's got to be an investigation into this. It's not good enough from us. We got to improve. We got to be better. And yes, I'm saying "gots" on purpose. I don't care about English. All right, I don't care. I'm talking like TJC right now. Right now with the Aussie accent. The Aussie accent that Dylan Brown loved to mimic when we were talking at the season launch there, Murray. He's going up to Dylan. Hey, how you going, Dylan, mate? Dylan, mate. Oh, hello, toy. How you doing? G'day, mate. Mate. Going crazy, man. 61 votes on the poll so far. 54% of you have gone with the Warriors. Raiders 33%, draw at 5%, and 8% just happy NRL's back. Attila in the chat says, hi, TJC, how are you? Oh, mate, I'm absolutely brilliant, all right? Had a great week. Went to my team's season launch, talked to a lot of the boys that I absolutely love watching and supporting through and through. Great blokes. I'm streaming Vegas, for goodness sake. Round 1 is back. I am on top of the moon right now, Attila, at this point in time, and I'm just so excited for the year ahead, okay? Like, I cannot begin to describe it. Even if Para have a very average year this year, okay? Because what we're building won't be done in a day. I don't believe so. Something is being built. It'll just take time, man. I'm excited NRL is back. So is AFL. Mate, all of the best sports are back, Attila, bro. I'm so excited myself. Oh, that's great, mate. Same. Really? Same. Awesome, Attila. I hope you're enjoying yourself and you're doing brilliant. I hope everyone's doing brilliant, actually. Every one of you. There's 13 of you. All of you. I hope you're all doing absolutely brilliant. I hope you're all having a perfect day and you have a perfect year as well. Hillbilly says, when the Warriors won the prelim against the Storm in 2011, that's the moment I knew Manly were winning the premiership. That's a little harsh. Manly fans. Ugh. That's Manly fans. Typical of yous. That's just, oh. To be fair, I can't talk. At least you've won a premiership in this century. This decade, we won when the years began with 1980s. For goodness sake, like it's been so long since Para's won anything. But we also recognize that as a team. We recognize that as a team, and we look to the future. Typical Manly fan. I love banter. I love banter. I agree. Typical. Ugh, typical. Typical supporter right there. Typical. It's the typical one. Yeah. Speaking of which, who do Manly actually play this round? They play. Oh no, heaven's sake! How will I survive? Oh god, I've just learnt I will be unable to stream Manly. Oh no! Oh no! Everybody, I can't stream Manly. My life is ruined. It's ruined, man. I can't stream Manly because I got to be on a plane to Melbourne for Para the next day. Oh, what a world. What a world. What a world we live in. No. Tyler Manly's my favorite team. Get out of here, Mel. Get out of here. Banned for life. Banned for life. No swearing here on the channel. Attila says, yeah, the best sports are back, but NRL is done for the season. Unfortunate, man. I actually enjoyed the Super Bowl and all that. Just, it's funny. NFL hasn't quite won me over, but who knows? They are playing in Australia in the future, so who knows? And we're still going. NBL still going. Soccer, cricket's still going, but my main focus is NRL and AFL is back. Attila, I could not relate more to a comment right here. While some good sports are gone, we've still got the soccer going, the cricket's going, and the main event, the NRL, is going. AFL too, if you swing that way. Absolutely legendary. It's all back live for us to watch. Remember, legends, while I would appreciate you viewing the next stream, I will let you know, for those of you who genuinely just want to see the game here, because I do like helping people. Channel 9 does have the second game between the Panthers and the Sharks at 3:30. I would love it if you guys tuned into that one, hit the like button and all that. However, just letting you know that Channel 9 does have that if you want to just watch that. Hillbilly says that early 80s Eels team was phenomenal. Shame about everything since. So true, Hillbilly. We should have had it in 01, though, man. We should have had it in 01. And by the way, that's before I was born, but we should have had it in 01. So I wouldn't have a premiership in my lifetime anyways, but it is what it is. We blew it versus Newcastle. And in 09, the Storm, good on them. We don't talk about 09. We don't talk about 09, okay? We don't talk about that. And then 2022, Panthers, just way better team. Let's face it. We were as shocked as everyone that we made it to the grand final. And it was amazing to be in the grand final, but it also just... I don't think many teams would have done well against the Panthers in that particular game. I think the Panthers played uniquely well. I think a prime Storm team would have struggled against that Panthers team in 22. However, I will admit Para were not good enough in that grand final. Probably and never really deserved to win 22. We'll be honest about that. Attila says Eels would probs have a good season this year, I reckon. Attila, I appreciate that very much, legend. Let's hope for it. Come on, paradise, baby. I can guarantee you now, I had a great chat with a couple of the Eels boys, such as Ryan Madison. I actually took a photo for the Eels thing with him, though I don't think they used it. Dillbags. Who else up? Well, I was around for the Fox. Had a brief fun time with the Pedicides. There's a lot of optimism right now and belief within our side. And I think that while, yes, maybe we don't make finals, you do not have to put us in finals, okay? But I promise right now, the spoon that people are predicting, we just are not that bad, okay? If we get the spoon, we have performed below the level of our side, okay? Putting it out there right now, I see improvement coming. Does that mean finals? Who knows? What I know is that it means improvement. Got the game on Fox. Still prefer your commentary and banter /interaction. Hey, appreciate it, Hillbilly Man. You're welcome, even if you're a Manly fan. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy, mate. We'll be here. I'm not going anywhere despite it, okay? Should be a good stream, the next one as well, for those who do decide to tune in, man. Plus, of course, remember, if you got two devices, you can always just put me on and have that one on the silent. Or you could listen to both commentaries. Boom. Compare and repair. Attila says Panthers 5-Pete. Since I'm a Panthers fan, I reckon not. Mate, as an Eels fan, okay, this has got nothing to do with appreciating brilliance, okay? As an Eels fan, you are one of our biggest rivals, and you're doing it you're playing home at our stadium this year. I really do not want you to, I don't want you winning a premiership at CommBank, but also I don't want you, a 5-Pete feels like it hurts too much for Para. No disrespect, though. If the Panthers win a 5-Pete, I say good on yous. Yeah, no team will go on that run for a very, very long time. All right, it'll be like a gap similar to Dragons' 11. All right. By the way, that's the St. George Dragons, not the St. George Illawarra Dragons. Since I'm a Panthers fan. It's funny, though. I can't despise Panthers because I literally live in Penrith. But, like, still, you know, that rivalry is always going to be there. And I've got to look out for which side of the rivalry I'm on. So, personally, I hope Panthers don't win it all. But also, I say best of luck to both our sides. I also think with the players you've lost, there's a genuine chance for me and my hopes not to be just biased for you guys not to do it. Attila says, yeah, I know. Makes sense. Not going to lie. 5-Pete would be surprised. I think it would surprise us all a little bit, but also it's the Panthers. If there's a team that's going to do it, it's going to be the Panthers, all right? Whether we like it or not, it's going to be the Panthers if a side does do the 5-Pete. And I'm not loving it myself personally. Sorry to you Dragons, Bulldogs, Manly, Cowboys fans. Unfortunately, those games will not be streamed. Of course, remember, later today we have at 3:30 p.m., but it'll be at, it won't be 3:30 when we actually stream the next game. The next game will be streamed in a few hours at 15:20. Anyways, legends, here we go. Second half is underway here. My bad, I wasn't looking at the screen. It is officially kicked off just now here. 10 seconds by, first tackle out of the way. Warriors attacking to the left of your screen. Raiders to the right. Though right now, they're defending. Tyler, Liam, I don't really know what you said there. Sorry, man. Tyler, I hope Panthers don't win the 5-Pete. I hope that they don't win the 5 in a row as well. New Zealand Warriors now. 45 out. We go to Dylan Walker. Dylan Walker now on the third tackle here. And Dylan Walker is held past his own 40 now. Egan, fourth tackle, would take a big run here to be able to score now. And now on fifth tackle here, the Warriors are going to clear it. First minute of the second half is out of the way. Kicking it in the air, it goes over to the right here. And on the 10, it'll go to Weeks. Weeks now sprinting forward here. Liam Pritchard says, Tyler, I'm looking forward to round 5 Parramatta Eels versus Dragons. I'm looking forward to that too, mate. It should be a brilliant stream, that one. Should be really fun. Now we got Savage. Xavier Savage kicks the ball off. He keeps running through the Nokia. He's like a Nokia. He's a mate. You can throw him at anything and he'll still be able to stand up and work fine. Attila says it's kind of weird because I live in Victoria and Melbourne and I'm an NRL fan going for the Panthers. I'm like not living in Penrith. Hey, you know, I haven't lived in Parramatta. I've just had Parramatta family connection. Like, ultimately, I'm not a Para fan. Oh my God. I am a Para fan. I'm not from Para fan. You know what I mean? Oh my God. I'm a Para fan. I'm not from Para. I am from Melbourne, Victoria. I was born in Victoria. So, but I support because of family. It's all good, legend. You cannot be born. It's just about loyalty. You know, you don't have to be born there. Now on the 20, and Jackson Ford is held. Charles Nickel Klokstad To the right now. Pushes forward here. I can't believe I just said that. Oh my God, that's bad that I just said that after with how loyal I am. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck here. Passes short and through the middle here. Our number 2 is held for the Wars. Then forward here. What's that saying, Mel, again, for the Warriors? I don't fully remember it. I might have to scroll up back to it. Where is it? Oh, Wars to the world. That's right. Wars to the world, legends. Now clearance in the air here from the Warriors on 5th tackle. It ends up on the 10. Oh, who's that off? Dylan Walker collects. Is that a full set? No, the referee is going to step in and say a knock on from the Warriors here. So tight and as high as a kite, they couldn't get it in the end. Though that was closer than the Raiders would have bargained for. Now over to the 15 here. The Raiders, Savilio Tamale goes down. Yeah, I know what you mean. Also great commentary. Officially, appreciate. I don't know why I said officially. Appreciated, Attila. Reckon Eels are on the up. Maybe not this year, but I reckon Ryle Starr back in to build something that actually lasts if you stick with him for a little short-term pay. Hillbilly? Mate, I don't often agree with Manly fans because often they just put a down para. All right, man? Okay, on the 2nd tackle here, Raiders held. Getting to the 3rd tackle now, 50% of the way through. Corey Hosborough held on the 40. That comment right there is literally what I've been trying to say the entire time, man. The Parramatta Eels, I'm not saying that we're not doing well, that we're doing well immediately, obviously. It's about backing Riles. He's come in and essentially said, this is what every club does. We're doing it this way. He's shifting things around, not in a bad way. He's not shifting things where he thinks, oh, this is just cool. I want to do this. He's doing things that he's seen proven to work at other clubs as the Warriors make a mistake here. Sebastian Chris has a double. 20-4. Unless the referee has something to say about this, we have no try. We're going up to the bunker here. It'll take time, man. It might not be this year, but it will be a year coming soon. We are on the up, Hillbilly, and I'm predicting us not to finish with the spoon. If we get the spoon, okay, but I'm predicting not, at least not the spoon. It was a good kick in the air here. Did Charles Nickel-Klokstad? Oh. That's off the leg of Hudson Young. And then Sebastian Chris would be offside, right? If it's off the leg of Hudson Young, Sebastian's in front of him, I think. So wouldn't that mean offside, no try? Is he off? Is he in front of him? I don't know, man. I mean, that's a very awkward one right there to have to be the bunker for. Because if he's not offside, I think it's a try. But I'm also going, poor Warriors, they don't deserve such unluckiness like that right now. Sebastian Chris. Yeah, that's going to be 20. That's going to be 20, right? I can't believe that. Genuinely thought they would disallow it. But there we have it. Canberra Raiders, drink all the milk you want. It's a try. 24. The year of the past. As we get ready for the future. And this has just not been Warriors' day today so far. We've still got 35 minutes to go in the game, but right now it's not looking brilliant. Hudson Young's leg and Sebastian Chris's chase get us our first try of the second half. Should be 22 in a second, actually, as well. Jamal Fogarty with the kick from right in front. Is that our first right in front kick of the year, guys? I'm pretty sure every other kick was down. They got down the wing. Jamal Fogarty here. From in front. Makes it 22. 224. Mel says rubbish cheats. Honestly, I don't agree with that. I don't know how I feel about that try there. I feel kind of dirty about that one. Liam Pritchard says Parramatta Eels will beat the Storm round 1. Liam, I love the confidence, man, and I hope it's the case, bruv. Like, you know what? While I go in with the whatever happens, but thoughts, like, heading up to it, on the day I'll be like, oh, no, Para's winning, mate. Who cares? 50 billion nil. Mate, Parramatta on top, blue and gold, and never fold, take over. Like, I'm going to completely forget about the team I have and just be like, we're winning. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter on the day, man. It's who plays better on the day, right? Not who's the better team overall necessarily. Josh Papali or Papali'i past the 30 here on the third tackle. We then go to the 40. Fogarty over to Weeks. Weeks around here. He spins it like a ballerina and gets past the 40. Almost on the halfway line. Fourth tackle here, Corey Horsburgh. Corey Horsburgh kept back. Warriors holding them out here, making sure nothing can be made of it. Good kick in the air now. And over on the middle here, it's a good catch there from Tane Tuapiki. Now, Calf to the left here. And Chance! Bullish tackle there from the Canberra Raiders on him. You felt that one from across the countries. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck then. Raiders so far right now all over the Warriors in this game. 3 penalties apiece. The referee hasn't given any more to each other. And now on the 40 here, Egan. They kick it in the air, the Warriors. On to the right, it's bouncing. It ends up with Weeks. Could have got out of play there. Weeks now gets past 1, but can't get past 2. Beautiful tackle there from the Waz. Then Tamale through the middle here. Sevilio Tamale looking to get past. But Egan reads them well. The experienced number 9 there. Wade Egan, probably arguably underrated, actually, Wade Egan. Always very solid for the Warriors. Just unfortunately hasn't been the luckiest with fitness at times. Tom Starling to Josh Papali. Josh Papali then held by Jackson. Then over to Atta Mariotta. Mariotta here. Mariotta gets to about nearly the 40 here. 46 metres gained, 5th tackle. Got to clear it here. Canberra Raiders in the air, and it's collected by Charnsicle Klokstad, who gets past 1 but trips over before he can keep running here. On the ground he goes now. Then to the right here. It's a good pass over to Pompey, and Pompey's held. Metcalf to Niokore. Murata Niokore fending them off. Getting to the 40 now. And they got Metcalf going to the left here. Leatua. And Leatua's held. Past the halfway line they officially go. Egan then. Clark. That's a good pass over to Jackson Ford here. Ford now. Jackson Ford gets it over to Luke Metcalf here, and Luke Metcalf's held. 35 out, 5th tackle, 52 metres gained here, 9 minutes. We kick it in the air over to the left here, and backwards. The Warriors hit it here. Pompey over to the middle here. Dylan Walker's running. He kicks it low. Plenty of chase, and the Raiders are just going to have to hit it out of play. It is, even if you call it a bit of luck, a goal line dropout here. The Warriors with the favour in this attack. And so far, good chase coming up from the Warriors in that play. Good stuff. Hopefully they can keep it up and maybe chase down the Canberra Raiders. I'm surprised the NRL didn't try to advertise the Raiders more for Vegas because, I mean, it's all Canberra, bruh. It's mate, all the Raiders. Like if we're talking about what people are going to know in America, they're going to take, if you have a Raiders here, they have a Raiders in America. Why not put something with that for Vegas? Like, it kind of writes itself. Josh Papali doesn't get off Jackson Ford. I'm surprised that's not a full set again. Yes, it is. 6 again, ruck infringement. The referee took his sweet time doing that. Now Egan. A good pass back to Roger Tuivasa Sheck. RTS trying to do his prime moves. Couldn't quite. Egan. Over to Walker. Dylan Walker with the short pass to Murata Niokore. Just throws off the defense there. Warriors now. They held on the 10 here. Walker to the left. Harris Davida. We got a kick low here. And Roger Tuivasa Sheck for the Waz. Did he get it? Or was it a knock on? RTS. Not seeming confident in that one. I think we're going to go with no try here. That's the prediction from me. TGC Sports, I feel like most NRL fans hate AFL so much. I don't hate AFL, man. I just don't feel necessarily special about it. Oh, almost, but not quite. Which props makes them rivalries, but I reckon you guys are much nicer. Hey, all right. There's no need. I feel like there's enough hate in the world, right? Why don't we just be welcoming here to everyone? That's what I say with my channel. I choose to hope that I can make most people feel welcomed into this legendary community that we build, and hopefully we can reach 5K this year, guys. Who knows? 6K? At least 5K. That's the goal for this year. Tom Starling here. And now past the 20, the Canberra Raiders. And looking for the pass back here. Savage, and is that a knock on? No, it's a penalty. It's a penalty, isn't it? Yeah, Canberra Raiders with the penalty here, folks. Raiders are in Vegas as well. NFL Raiders, that is. Exactly. The Raiders are in Vegas. Why not team up with them? Like, it's shocking to me. Vegas had to not be interested in it, the NFL team, or something. Like, I don't fully understand how on earth the NFL Raiders, like, that they didn't team up. Like, it makes zero sense, right? From a marketing strategy, it would have been perfect to do the Raiders, or with the Raiders. 35 out right now. Through the middle, Morgan Smithies. Smithies now. Looking for the pass. Couldn't quite find it. They're on the 20. 2 tackles left in the set here. Starling to Tarpany. Tarpany taps one in to Matthew to Smoko. To Smoko, smoking everyone out. It's another try for the Raiders. Or did he get held up? Did he get held up? Did he get that one down, or was he up? I think he was on his back. I don't know, though. Raiders have gone up with a few no tries that the bunker has overruled. And I think the Warriors will have a lot of arguments at the end of this game. Watching it. I think the defense was obstructed there. I think the defense was obstructed earlier. Though they could say he could have got up. Matthew Tomoko. Yeah. Don't think that'll be a try, looking at the lead up to it. Yep. No try. Matthew Tomoko will not have one on the board in Vegas, though I'm sure he was excited about the chance that he may. Honestly, I like this, all right? I like my deal today with Vegas, man. Not only do I get to enjoy this game, but then I get to take a couple hours break and jump right on with full energy again for another stream. Not often where I get to take a proper break to give you the same level of quality reacting. Usually we're tired by the second or third stream. Or not tired, but like, you know, we're losing our voice a little bit more. So, terrific stuff. Warriors finally given a bone with that no try. On the second tackle now, we go to Dylan Walker. Walk along. Walker's on. Walk along, bro. Dylan Walker held on the 40 here. Sidestep around. Here he goes. Chanel Aristobina held. Egan. Aaron Clark passes back here. And Niokore does a knock on. We love how Slippy hands acts, don't we? Marata Niokore from the Parramatta Eels. He's now the knock-oner for the Wars. Now the Raiders running forward here. Warriors just holding it back. Starling over to Matthew Tomoko here. I'm feeling for Warriors fans right now because I genuinely don't think the Warriors team have been the worst I've seen. I just think that the Raiders have had the luck go their way. I think that's pure and simply it. I feel like there's quite a few plays that were they were unfortunate. That's all it was. They were just unfortunate, man. Not much more to it than that, really, right? Nothing to put onto it. Now, Canberra Raiders. Jamal Fogarty hits it to the left here. It's a good high kick. Raiders. Sebastian Chris hits it backwards. Morgan Smith, he's looking to collect, and Marata Niokore will get it instead. And that is the Warriors' ball now. First tackle here. They go over through the middle. 25 minutes and a half left in this game. There's also the Carolina Panthers NFL and the Golden State Warriors NBA and San Jose Sharks NHL. Hillbilly, exactly. I fully think we've missed an opportunity with our marketing, man. Especially looking at that. Like the Raiders one was the most obvious, but yeah, absolutely right there. The Carolina Panthers, the Golden State Warriors. Look, I understand maybe different sports not going with it, but like there is no excuse, man, for the Carolina Panthers and the Raiders. There is no excuse not to have that one there, folks. Canberra Raiders get the Warriors down. We go over to the right here. Egan will dummy now on the halfway line now. Held. And then it's a good pass. Harris Tavita clearing it in the air. Here we go. Over to the left side. And I'll end up with Civilio Tamale now. Tamale just unlucky this game. Not a bad start from him. He just hasn't had much opportunity to do much because the team just hasn't passed to him. The team's doing great, the Raiders. He's just not being passed to. He seems to be their less attacked edge of the field. Now down the right. Oh, Matthew Tomoko. Past the 30. Past the 20. Past the 10. He is gone. The Warriors have been completely outrun there. And he may have had a try disallowed earlier, but he'll have one on the board now to make up for it. He did not care. 26-4. They are flying, the Raiders. And Vegas erupts with excitement. 26-4 with a kick to come here. Unbelievable. Viva Las Vegas. That is true, Film Flabber, but we have very clearly seen that the NFL has done efforts with advertising the rugby league game. The rugby league game mentioned constantly by the NFL, the NFL commentary whenever someone NRL is there. Also, they've also already got their relationships, and the NFL is very vocal about the partnership. So the teams are aware of it, and for the most part, there's definitely a couple that are very on board with it. Unfortunately, though, it seems like the ones that would be most commercially successful just unfortunate. Man, they're just unfortunate, bruh. We won't be getting all of the best possible connections. That's one of the boring parts, man, about the fact that they're businesses at the end of the day. The fact that we can't get what would be the most fun partnerships. Like, ultimately, I understand it's probably not that they didn't ask. It's probably that it was tough to get it going. However, doesn't mean you can't dream and wish that it was the other way around. Justin Leisa scored that one. Yes, to Matthew Tomoko. Signed Tomoko, Wise. Come on, Warriors. Signed Matthew Tomoko, the Canberra Raider. Completely agree it would be cool. Mate, it would be amazing, would it not? It's unfortunate, though, that it's probably just that they couldn't agree a deal with it. By the way, legends, if you are new to the stream, I know that it's the typical YouTuber talk. Sorry about that. Looking for 5K. Make sure you smash that like button and sub. I'll leave it at that. To join the legends would be really appreciated. Las Vegas' first game. Most of the way done. 22 minutes and a half to go. Third tackle for the Warriors here. And they lose. No, Canberra Raiders. And they lose the ball. No, they don't. Mate, that was a complete mess. Tom Starling now pushes forward. Tom Starling held behind the halfway line. And on the fourth tackle, they're just going to go in here and have Hudson Young be tackled. On the fifth, 53 meters gained, actually. You're reading it backwards, TJC. What you doing? And it lands in the hands of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, the kick. What are you doing, TJC? You're reading numbers backwards. That's when you know he needs the couple-hour break, right? When he's reading numbers backwards. Attila says, I'm going, TJC. Have a legendary day. Good luck to the Eels. Hopefully I'll be at the other stream. Hopefully you're at another stream, Attila. Appreciate you very much, legend. Hope you have a great day as well. A legendary one, as we say, man, on the channel. All right, the Warriors with the ball on the fourth tackle here. Wade Egan. Mate, we only said like a sentence and they're on fourth tackle. Like the Warriors, the attack, it just goes so quick, man. On the 40 now. And now clearance in the air from the Warriors. It goes over to the right here. And on the 10, Canberra collects. Tamale now. Tamale! Savio Tamale's through the line. He's going. This could be a brilliant individual try. Over to the 30 he ran. And no, he's lost the ball in a one-on-one strip. That would have been unbelievable. What has happened there? No. Yes. Scream the Warriors fans. Now on the 30 here. Kurt Catewell pushes forward. Cleary might make the switch to quarterback. Mate, I hope. For rugby league's sake, bro, you've done enough, Cleary. Go and be a quarterback. Leave us alone, Nathan. Stop it. You're breaking our hearts, Nathan, not letting other teams win. Dylan Walker. Over to the right we go. Leotua here. And it's going to be 6 again for the Warriors now on the halfway line. Last thing they wanted to hear the Raiders. First tackle. And then it's a dummy here from Metcalf. Metcalf there, grabbed by the calf to the ground. And on the 40 here, it's going to end up with Fisher Harris. Fisher Harris barges on forward here. And on the 30, he's held. The Warriors, we are good push and bush here. It goes over to the left. Passes. Ends up with Pompey. Pompey around here. Looking to go with it. And that is going to be a knock-on, I reckon, here. The Canberra Raiders have defended them once again here. Raiders too good for everybody to handle. You just can't keep up with them, legends. They're just impossible. They're on top of everything. They're the cheese on the biscuits. They're the cheese to the meat to your biscuits. That's perfect with the Canberra Raiders. With a side of milk because they are the milk drinkers. They're the Milky Milks, the best we've ever seen. The milk and greedy milks. I don't know, man. I'm making this up as I go. Canberra Raiders get past their own 10 here, almost to their own 20 there. Good push from Sebastian Chris, who has a double for the Raiders. All about. Their entire team has just been on top of it. And Warriors with a hit on Hudson Young. Hudson Young feels his head, but the ref says, get up. And we then go to the right here. Zach Hosking trying to push on as the man to make the job. Couldn't quite get to their own 30 here as we enter the third tackle. Then to Joseph Tarpany, who's captaining the team. I'm really surprised, though. I don't know if it's because he won't be as involved in the team to be captain, but I'm surprised Josh Papali's not the captain and it's Joseph Tarpany. Really surprised by that. I would have thought, Josh Papali kind of bleeds that Canberra spirit. But you never know, right? Never know. Good kick in the air now from the Raiders. Over to the right here. And it ends up with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. RTS around now. RTS couldn't find the pass here. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck on the ground. First tackle out of the way here. 18 minutes left in the game. It would be a truly special comeback if they somehow came back in this one. Tate Torbiki held. Chance Nickel Klokstad over through the middle here. Let's face it, it's probably Raiders' game, but wouldn't it be something special? Remember, there was a time when Para were leading with like 15 minutes to go by like 40 and we almost squandered it. Mitch Barnett. Egan. Dylan Walker. Chance Nickel Klokstad becomes Superman for a second there. I think he forgot that he ain't a plane and he's held. Kicks in the air now over to the right here. It's soaring into the sky here. The astronauts are waving at it, going, what are you doing up here? And it lands in the hands of Weeks. Weeks gets by one, gets past two, but they'll both, in the end, finish him off. Then over to the left here, Tamale. Tamale then, to the 30 they get him. Warriors, back. Fogarty, the Canberra Raider on the 30 here. Gets it to Savage. Xavier Savage here. He has a double off of a brilliant intercept against the Warriors. Though you'd blame Warriors more for the intercept than his positioning himself. And then Josh Papali. And Papali's actually stayed down for a little bit there. That was a rough hit on Josh Papali. And I think he's also made the error, actually. We got an error from Josh Papali. Here we go. Error, folks. It's, say it with me. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Error. Hey, that was stripped by Fishman. Sir, that was stripped by Fish, bruh. Ridiculous. I wouldn't be happy if I was a Para fan, but I'm not. But I'm lucky, man, because this ain't Para. Whoop, 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 whoop. Lucky if I'd feel unlucky though if I was a Warriors supporter. Fisher Harris, Raiders, far out, man. My brain's losing it today. Pompey, past the 40 here. Held by Smithies and Hudson Young, and they're actually going to get a penalty. The Canberra Raiders here, shoulder, I think the ref's pointing at. Mitch Barnett is staying on the ground now. What's she going to get here? Yeah, shoulder from Joseph Tarpany. Had to be a penalty. And that's what we call no pads, big hits. And you know what? Mel said it earlier. That was dirty. In fact, you know what? If it's not Vegas, that's a sin bin. It's a sin bin if that's not Vegas because what are you doing? Surely it's 10. Yeah, I was going to say it has to be purely Vegas if you're not putting him in the bin for 10. That's not good enough from Tarpany. Joseph Tarpany, clear shoulder, is in the sin bin for 10. Raiders are a man down. Warriors, here's your chance to get some points on the board. The captain and prop is gone. Hillbilly says those Metcalf bombs are going way too deep, not giving his chase a chance to contest. Oh, Metcalf has been really... I'm going to be honest. I feel like Metcalf just hasn't showed up today at halfback, unfortunately. I just don't think he's doing what a modern, really good team needs to do in that position. Maybe he can. Maybe it's just a first game. You know, he's got to learn the role, kind of. But yeah, I haven't loved his kicking game today, man. Rock Marbles says Warriors is a Netflix club only performing at preseason. That's a little harsh, man. It's only game one. Parramatta Eels Mitchell Moses is staying at Para for 5 years. Yes, he is, Liam. Exciting stuff, man. Have to give Metcalf a chance. It's his first game. Exactly, Mel. Exactly. We have to admit, though, it hasn't been a good first game. But yes, give him a chance. You know, one game doesn't make it all. Kick through the line, and it ends up in the hands of the Raiders. The Warriors couldn't get through it. Once again, dirty play. Always take out our best players. Yeah, you know what, Mel? while I think the Raiders have been the better team, I agree with you. They have been quite dirty, haven't they? The little Milky Raiders, they have been quite dirty as a side. 69 votes on the poll, 52% of you sticking with the Waz. It feels like the Warriors were just too far in front in the poll at the start because there's no way, man. He's young and an Aussie, so go figure. Exactly. He's young and an Aussie. Of course it's going to take time with the Warriors, right? But that first one just wasn't it. All right, now, through the middle. The Canberra Raiders are held here. Owen Patty pointing to the thing, to the spot, goes to Corey Horsburgh. Corey Horsburgh there. Seems like Owen Patty's trying to throw them off a little here. Patty, obviously an exciting player for the Canberra Raiders right now. Had a brilliant preseason. Raiders drummer. Yes, I love that. The Raiders drummer going crazy there on the sideline. Man down, the Warriors fighting the Raiders. Surely we see the Warriors do something in the 10 minutes here that they'll be missing a player, the Raiders. Now over to the right here. Just going alone. Oh, Canberra, dirty push. Boom, onto the ground. 40-meter, big hit. Remember, though, folks, they're going to let bigger hits happen in Vegas. They want the game to be advertised as that. No pads, no helmets, no just fierce bashing. You know, that's like how they want to show it off to the Americans. They want to show off a big style. And here we go. Trying to fend them all off here. It looks like we have a new player on the field. Dylan Walker passes to the right, and Chance knocks the ball on here. The Canberra Raiders with it. Who's our new player on the field, you may be wondering? Well, it is none other than New Zealand Warrior, Dimitri Vamorga. I can't say that I've been rehearsing some of these names this time, so I may have gotten that wrong. Right, now the Canberra Raiders. Some Wigan fans in the crowd too with the Raiders here, cheering on the side. And here we go. Raider just checking out his leg there, the trainer. Looks like Savage is going to play the ball. He's fine. The trainer's going to go back to his post. We almost had a player needed to be checked out there. The Canberra fans going wild in Vegas here. Onto the fourth tackle now. They got past the halfway line, over to the 40, over to the 30. Ends up with Ethan Strange. Actually, on the third tackle here, the counter is absolutely all over the place. Fogarty collected by Roger Tuivasa-Sheck there. It was a good intercept, but unfortunately just not the kind of space where you could run away with it there. Now down the wing here. Fisher Harris. Yeah, Val Mega. Yeah, Val Mega. Yeah, all right. Val Mega. There you go. The tour held on the 40 here. Ends up with Dylan Walker. Passes to Val Mega here. Val Mega. Caught by Horsburgh. Fourth tackle now on the 30. Can we see a try here potentially? Mitch Barnett now. Mitch in a stitch. Gets left in the ditch. Couldn't find the pass. On the 20 now. 47 meters gained. 11 minutes to go. Egan. Pompey. Back to Egan. Egan tosses around here. Dylan Walker to Vamega. And then to Fisher Harris. Looking for a try on his debut. And he loses the ball there. And now Sebastian Chris down the wing. Runs forward for a counter-attack here. And Sebastian Chris is caught out. Then over to the left, we go, no, the referee is actually going to blow. He's actually going to blow the whistle and stop it here. Is that a penalty? Or is it an error? I don't know anymore, man. Bad play. Oh, yeah. Didn't do it right. Sebastian Chris, bad play of the ball. Didn't flick it back at all with his boot, did he? Not at all, man. Not at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all, folks. 4.5 minutes till Joseph Tarpany's back on the field, and the Raiders have held their ground right now. And the referee's actually going to step in here and say that the scrum was not taken quick enough. Is that what he's saying? Penalty, time violation. Oh my goodness, you don't see that often. Time violation. The scrum wasn't taken fast enough from the Raiders. And the Warriors now on the 10 here. Pass to the left. And now Valmega will go forward here. Valmega held right in front by the Canberra Raiders. Now we got Wayne Egan to the right here. It's a long pass. And Tane Tuapiki covered by all of the Canberra Raiders. The green keeping the steam on him. Appealing here, the Warriors again. And the referee is actually going to step in and agree. It's a penalty for the Warriors here. Full set again. Chance taps. And they go here. Warriors on the first. They're right in front of the try line here. Any line break could lead to one. Walker gets it to Valmega. Valmega here. Good tackles, good defense from Canberra. Wayne Egan goes to the left. Ends up with a long pass. And down the wing, it is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. And he's got that one. He didn't get the last, but he got that one. It's a try. Get back to your post, son. 28-8 now. And as a super coach owner, I am happy with that one. Let's go, RTS train, baby. 28-8. Whoop, whoop, chugga, chugga, toot, toot. I'm on top of the world. Oh, sing it with me. Sing it with me, folks. I'm on top of the world. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Luke Metcalf has absolutely let me down on my reserves, though. Let me down. I should have scored Tamale 73 points, but no, I didn't score Tamale. I decided to score Metcalf. Not smart from me. No siree. Now kicking it here, the Warriors will miss it. It remains 28-8, 20-point gap, 7.5 minutes to go. Oh my God, RTS finally does something. Finally, he does it. Rocket Roger strikes again. Is Roger a chance for top try scorer? I mean, if he gets the service film flavor, maybe. But he didn't. He hasn't gotten that. He's also got to do a bit himself, though, to be fair. I haven't seen too much of him. Yeah, I don't even care. Even though I'll probably score. He'll score horribly when I actually decide to score him. But I don't even care. I'll put Metcalf out of the reserve, and I'll reserve freaking Tamale or Purdue. Who knows? If Purdue gets named for the Cowboys, maybe Purdue's the way to go. Man, for my reserves and my super coach, baby. Anyways, the Warriors now with the ball here. Canberra Raiders. I think Webby will change a few players come round two. Probably, Mel. Probably. But Webby's also the kind of person where enough... I mean, I guess it adds up. I mean, Webby's not the kind of person where anything is set in stone. He's not stubborn like that. If Webby believes a change should be made, Webby will make that change. And that's one thing you should be comfortable about as a Warriors supporter. On to the second tackle here. Now to the third here. Warriors held on the 30. They go to the right. Clark down here. Pushes forward and they get to the 40 now. The Warriors here. Plays the ball. Wayne Egan on fourth tackle. And now down the wing here. It is Metcalf. Metcalf looks to run it. And Luke Metcalf is held. And it's a 6 again for a ruck infringement there. What's he doing? What's he doing? Did he not get the memo that it was 6 again? Did he not get the memo it was 6 again? Warriors clear the ball. Oh, dearie me. Tyler, next game, Gillaroos play England. We won't be streaming that, Legend, but I will... I'll probably have it on in the background while I have to do some things, mate. But yeah, go the Jillaroos. Bring it on, England. Then through to the left here by Savage. Savage trying to fend him off. He's looking for his hat trick here, Savage. Couldn't get it though. Savage held. Shouting at the sideline now. He's like, you did that, Fish. You did that. Then Fogarty. It's Corey Horsburgh. Corey Horsburgh now around. Horsburgh held there. Then over to the right here. It's around Weeks. Weeks here. We got a good push forward here. Do you think Sharks win next game? I want Sharks to win, but mate, I wouldn't say to rule out the past chances. I feel like the Panthers are just that kind of team. And now the Canberra Raiders officially are on with a full squad again here, and they get a penalty as well. A penalty with a player now back on the field after a sin bin. And the referee's actually going to receive a captain's challenge from the Warriors about the penalty here. And we got a captain's challenge on the board. Let's watch this. Horsburgh just loses that. Horsburgh just sends that forward. That wasn't stripped. Oh, what? What? Oh, to be honest, I thought that just slipped from Horsburgh. Genuinely thought that just slipped from him. I genuinely thought that was just a knockout. Okay. All right, then. Well, says James Fisher-Harris, go back to Penrith, please. Fish is just not it. He's not it for the Warriors, is he? Just not it for yous. 5 minutes still to go in this game before we wrapped up our first Vegas game. And I think it's pretty safe to say that the Canberra Raiders are the victors today. 4 out of 5 goals, 80% for Joel Fogarty. Reckon it's going to be 5 out of 6 now. Look, at the end of the day, you know, if I'm a Waz fan, you should look at this as it is only the first game. It's in Vegas. Don't say it's going to define your whole season. Just, wow, what a performance from the Raiders. A little dirty at times, but what a performance from the Canberra Raiders nonetheless. And that will make it 30. We're proven correct. It is 5 out of 6 kicks completed. Congrats to the Raiders. Good stuff, Mel. Good stuff. The Canberra Raiders, the victors today. Still 4 minutes to go before we wrap this up, and then we'll be on to the second game, though that won't be for a few hours yet, legends. You'll have another... You'll have the girls to watch if you want to watch footy. It is the Jillaroos and the in England in Vegas. Come on, Jillaroos, on top of it all. Good kick in the air. And on the 30, it's collected by RTS here. No, it's not. It's collected by the Raiders, actually. No, it's collected by RTS. Mate, that was back and forth, bruh. Who was that by? Now over to the right here. The Fish barges on forward here. The James Fisher-Harris trade is living wild. Then to the right, Metcalf. They spin around here. Now Wade Egan. Wade Egan looks all around here. Egan goes to the left. It's a good dummy here. Aaron Clark now. Aaron Clark pushing forward onto the 4th tackle now. And then Wade Egan. Short pass and oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. No, sorry. Don't have that. I don't like that. Error from the New Zealand Warriors. Metcalf. Gosh dang it, man. Aussie woman will win in Vegas. I reckon so too, Mel. I reckon so too. And I'll be cheering them on. Just won't be streaming it because I got some stuff to do, unfortunately. It's a shame. But I'll see you guys for the Panthers and the Sharks once we wrap this one up. Now, on the 20, held here. They look for the dummy and they'll spin around. Owen Patty will go to the ground here. Under 3 minutes to go now. Second tackle. They take their time getting up here. I think the Raiders know the score. Tom Starling. Starling will get them past the 20 now. Starling on the ground and held. We then go over to the left here. Hudson Young pushes forward here. Hudson Young. Fourth tackle. 2 left. Joseph Tapani to the halfway line here. Warriors. They've managed to defend this set. Raiders clear it in the air over to the right here. No silly errors. No silly errors. Roger to Avasashek collects. Good stuff. Rocket Roger. We just go over through the middle here. Chance Nickel-Klukstad held. On the bright side here, unless a player scores less than the 6 for me, with Luke Metcalf, I should be good for my flex position, which is Isaiah Yogi. So I think he'll be probably taking that spot there. Isaiah Iogi. Now Aaron Clark through. Tom Brady has bought into the Raiders after this impressive performance. Next year, they'll be sponsored by Goat's Milk. Would you love to see that there? Tom Brady loving it. And Mitch Barnett thinking that he's the halfback there. And Mitch Barnett kicking it short there. Way too short, actually. And on the ground it goes. They're not known for their kicking the forwards, are they? And Fisher Harris now, with help from the other Warriors, holding him down. We officially have just a mere 1 minute to go in this game. Tom Starling around. You got to think Raiders are playing their last attack of it all. Congratulations to the Canberra Raiders on what has been a remarkable victory. This has been terrific start from the Raiders all around here. And Matthew Tomoko taking his time getting back up here. 4th tackle now, Raiders, and Tapani now. Joseph Tapani held then, and it's now going to be the 5th tackle here. Plays the ball, 28 minutes gained. Canberra Raiders will kick low, and out of play it goes. 25-24. That clock is just ticking down. We are pretty much done now, everyone. The Canberra Raiders are simply too good for the Warriors today. Now, onto the 20 here. Held. And then it ends up in the hands of Wayne Egan. 3, 2, 1. And that is full time in Las Vegas. The Canberra Raiders 30, the Warriors 8. Unfortunate start to the year for the Warriors. But hey, at least you got to be in Vegas, eh, legends? The Canberra Raiders, simply the best for our first game of the NRL 2025 season. Doesn't this mean they'll be top of the ladder, baby? Ricky Stewart seems okay with that result. Never a coach to get too over the moon about simple victories. The Canberra Raiders, if this is anything to go by, looking promising this year. Bosky says Metcalf is slowly edging his way out of my fantasy side. I probably won't score him, but I'll give him one more week, man. I'll give him another week or two. But yeah, he's slowly edging himself out of my team. If he gets under 10 next week as well, bro, he's out. All right? If he gets under 10 next week as well in Supercoach, man, he's gone. See you in the next stream. Congrats, Raiders. Onwards and upwards, was. Exactly. Onwards and upwards, the was. See you guys for the next stream, legends. It will be the Penrith Panthers versus the Cronulla Sharks. It will be kicking off at 3:30 p.m. The stream, though, will begin at a slightly earlier time of 3:20 p.m., about 10 minutes before the game kicks off. So, if you enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new as we chase that 5K. And I'll see you guys for that stream at 3:20 p.m. Appreciate you all. Let's go. Congrats, Raiders. NRL is back, baby. Whoa.